Imagine being trapped deeper underground than the Burj Khalifa is tall, but upside down. Your head is bleeding. You can't move your body. And the only way out is a narrow, twisting, vertical tunnel that feels more like a grave than an escape. This is the story of the deepest cave in Germany and the 728 people who challenged an entire mountain to save one life. Deep in the German Alps lies the Riesending Cave, a place where sunlight disappears and only rock, water, and silence remain. It is the deepest cave in Germany, plunging more than 1,148 meters beneath the surface. Deeper than the height of the Burj Khalifa, but straight down into the earth. In 2014, this hostile underground world became the site of one of the most extraordinary rescue missions in history. Johann Westhauser was not a tourist or a beginner. He was an elite, highly experienced cave explorer who had spent years navigating some of the most dangerous underground systems in Europe.
What is that sound?
While exploring the depths of the Riesending Cave with his team, disaster struck without warning. A large rock, roughly the size of a microwave, broke loose from the ceiling and crashed directly onto Johann's head. The impact caused a severe brain injury, knocking him unconscious more than 1 kilometer underground. With Johann unable to move, his teammates faced an impossible choice. One stayed behind with him in the darkness, trying to keep him alive, while the other began a brutal climb to the surface to get help. The journey took nearly 12 hours, through narrow vertical shafts and exhausting climbs, before the alarm could finally be raised. By then, every minute mattered. Once the rescue operation began, its scale became massive. Helicopters, emergency vehicles, doctors, and specialized cave rescuers rushed toward the mountain. But the danger was far from over. Medical experts warned that Johann could not survive violent movement. Any sudden shock could be fatal. Meanwhile, the cave itself was a nightmare. Tight tunnels, vertical drops, sharp ledges, and one terrifying section known as the corkscrew. A twisting vertical shaft, so narrow that rescuers had to exhale just to squeeze through. Moving a stretcher through this passage seemed almost impossible. What followed was an 11-day battle against exhaustion, darkness, and gravity itself. A total of 728 rescuers from 5 different countries, including Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and Austria, formed a human chain inside the mountain. Inch by inch, they passed Johann's stretcher hand to hand. In some vertical shafts, the rescuers had to swing the stretcher like a pendulum to land it safely on narrow ledges. Every movement carried the risk of death, not only for Johann, but for those trying to save him. As the days passed, the psychological toll grew heavier. Johann drifted in and out of consciousness, hallucinating from his injury and the endless darkness. Rescuers slept in hammocks, suspended hundreds of meters above empty space, grabbing only a few hours of rest before continuing. Cold, wet, and exhausted, they pushed forward because stopping was not an option. On the 11th day, the impossible finally happened. The stretcher reached the cave entrance, and daylight broke through the darkness for the first time in nearly 2 weeks. Johann Westhauser was pulled to the surface alive. Around him, rescuers collapsed to the ground in exhaustion, some in tears. It had taken 728 people, 11 days, and unimaginable effort to save one life. The Riesending Cave Rescue is now known as the Mount Everest of cave rescues. It stands as a powerful reminder that no matter how deep someone falls, human determination and compassion can reach them, even from more than 1,000 meters underground.